Hello and welcome to another fun-filled knife adventure. Hooray! Today we're going to be taking a look at a Kizer. And you might think this is an awful big box for a folding knife. And you would be right. This would be a giant box for a folding knife. This is actually a fixed blade. This is the Kizer Baby. And it is a Nessmuck style knife with sheath. And let's get right into it. Alright, so in the box we have another box. And in this box we have a sticker, Action for Fun. We have the knife itself, which we will set aside for a second. We have the little plastic, and then we have the sheath. And this is their new version of the sheath that is adjustable from horizontal to vertical carry, which is super cool for people that want to scout carry. And I will show you something else that you can do if you do want to scout carry in just a second. We've got a cloth and a booklet. So let's put that stuff aside and get down into it. All right, so this is the knife itself. It's got the protective tip thing. Let me see. Got a little towel here. Let's get any kind of grease on it that we might have off of it. I have not yet looked at this one at all. It's also kind of cold where I'm at, so you can definitely see the mark where that little plastic thing was on the end there. That'll come off. That's just where it's been covered. All right, so let's take a look at it. First of all, it's very comfortable in my hand. It's very rounded off. All the edges are very nice and rounded. You can see the full tang, of course. I got this color G10 because I'm going to dye it. I don't know what color I'm going to dye it. Probably something that I can find if I drop it in the grass. Something maybe kind of bright, maybe orange, I don't know. Something besides this jade. So yeah, this is the Kizer Baby. It is 154 cm. Super comfortable knife. The jimping on it feels great. Just enough grip. And that blade is a full flat ground all the way to the top. It's almost got a little crown spine. I'm curious to know if it would, I'm sure the jimping would fire steel. We'll test that out here in a minute. All right, let's get a couple of dimensions on it. Overall dimensions, 7.8 inches. Blade length, 4.4, we'll call it 4 to the front of the scales, just because that's probably what they did. And then cutting edge, you're going to have a little less, about 3.3 inches of cutting edge. Got a super nice sharpening tool there. I don't know if you can see that. Pretty sure you can. Let's see. While we're here, let's get a weight on it. The weight is 4.15 ounces. Nice piece of steel. And then while we're here, let's grab the calipers. Get a width measurements on it. Let's see, zeroed out. The fattest part of the handle at the back here is 0.556. Tapers down to 0.449. Then this blade at the top is 0.1125, 0.113, and the flat grind, it comes all the way down to 0.0. Let's see. It's awful hard to get right behind the edge. 0.025. That was just right above the edge, not at the edge, but 0.025. All right. Since I usually do folding knives, I'm expecting everyone to have size comparisons with folding knives, but that's not what you're going to be comparing it with. But just so you know, there's the Spyderco PM2 and the Spyderco PM3. So quite a bit of difference in size. Sorry, camera's not exactly centered. It falls right in between those two. But let's take a gander at some other fixed blade knives. So, this is the, let's see, we might as well start off strong. This is the Joker knives, Nesmuk S. Kind of similar shaped blade there. Then we have the Ifengro EF140. Some of you might have this one from Amazon. It's the EF140. Super cool knife. Then we have, make sure we keep these separate here. We have a Gonzo. It's one of Gonzo's newer ones. I believe this is the G807. G807. There's it next to a Gonzo. And let's see. This is the Civivi Cloud Peak. Sorry, wrong side. Civivi Cloud Peak. A little smaller than that. What else do I have here? I've got just a standard. You'll have to forgive me. I don't know exactly which Mora this is, but you can see it's very close to the same size as the Mora. That is just a standard Mora. I've got the stainless steel and the carbon version of it. Let me see if I got a few more here. This is a cold steel. It's going to be a lot smaller than this one. I've got a couple of cold steels. This is the SRK from Cold Steel. Then this is the this is the Pendleton Hunter from Cold Steel. So very similar in size to it. Well, it's hard keeping up with all these sheaths when you're going through knives like this, comparing them. Let me see what else. I've got a couple more down here. I've got one that I cannot remember the name of. It's It's a super nice, cool knife from Amazon, around $35. I wonder if I could bring it up if I've got time. Let me see. This is it. Super cool knife in D2. This is a nice D2. This is a... Give me just a second. Bring up my Amazon. Amazon orders. Search orders. Fixed blade. Alright, this is the Odin Wolf W flat. It's a super cool knife. Like I said, I believe it's a full flat grind also, same as this one. From the top to the bottom. It's in 61 HRC D2. It's very comfortable in the hand. I know this is not a review of it, but just thought I would throw it in there for you guys that want a nice $35 fixed blade. That's it. And then let's see, here's the little Mora neck knife that some of you may have for size comparison. All right, it's enough comparisons. Let's see if it's sharp. Oh yeah. From the back, let's see, very back, all the way to the front. It gets sharper, it feels like, in this front half. But it is definitely sharp. I think it said somewhere, no, maybe that was when I was reading about that other one. Yeah, that last one I just showed you, that Odin Wolf, it said to sharpen it 20 to 25 degrees, which makes sense for a bushcraft knife. I would do mine more at 25 degrees. I don't know if I said percent, but I meant degrees. So yeah, it's a good sharp knife. Of course, it is good Kizer quality. I'm sure this 154 CM has got a great heat treat. Knife would be super sharp. I mean, super slicey with this flat grind. It would go right through things. I can't wait to get a new color on this. I want to do it some nice color, but I also want to do it a bright color. So I might try like some kind of fade, or I don't know. We'll see. It does have what looks like T8 screws that lets you disassemble it. Yes. And they do not have a gob of Loctite on them. So it looks like we'll be able to disassemble that pretty easy to get those scales dyed. Of course, a lot of people just leave the scales on the knife when they dye it, but I like to clean them really good and get all the oils off and try to get the colors as best I can. But there you go, the Kizer Baby fixed blade, 154 CM. The price of this knife, let's see, Kizer Baby fixed blade. They offer it in a black handle with a black blade, same sheath, and the JG10, and they're both $59. 1044 C2, maybe that's the model number. Well, it says that on the Amazon listing. Yeah, that's the model number. It says it's 7.8, just like I said, weight of 4.16, blade length 3.86. So I called it a 4 with a 3.5 cutting edge. So I was close to what they say. You can't trust what they have on these listings anyway. This was designed by Azo and his daughter. And Azo, if you don't know, is Kizer's top designer. Maybe that's why he called it the Baby, because he developed it with his daughter. There is not much texture on these handles. They might be slip. I mean, there's a little bit of grip. I'd be anxious to see how they act when they get wet. They probably have some decent grip though. Anything else we need to talk about? It says this blade style is a Japanese type. Not really sure. It reminds me of a Nessmuk a little bit, but then when I broke out my Joker, it doesn't have that upward curve like the Nessmuk does, so it's more like a leaf type blade. So forgive me for when I first started. I thought it was more of a Nessmuk type than it is. Super cool blade though. The weighting is super good. It balances right there where your first finger lands. So, and the jimping on this side lets you choke up and get a very good grip on the metal. Be a very, very sturdy knife in your hands. So I appreciate you being with me today. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit that like button for me. It really helps the algorithm. I'm doing daily live videos now in the morning at 8 Central Standard Time. We're doing Blade Talk, where we're just discussing all kinds of blades, new knives coming out, some of the newer ones I've gotten, some of the newer knives y'all have gotten. Starting soon, next few days, I'm going to work on being able to take people on calls, like with Zoom or Google Voice, so a bunch of us can sit around and talk blades in the mornings. So join us for that. It's 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's minus 6 hours GMT time. So if you're in the UK, if it's 2 in the afternoon, it'd be 8 a.m. here. So if you're home mid-afternoon and want to join us in the UK in the conversation, hop in. We'll see you there. I appreciate you spending your time with me. You could be anywhere right now, but you're listening to me, and that means a lot to me. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.